Sams that died? Oh no. Oh no, I'm getting sucked in. He's sucking me? Don't say that. Don't say that.
At last we will reveal
Didn't like that.
ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
Okay, gotta grab another. Gotta grab another one. These are doing the most damage, and then I'll swap to and then just get that, you know? Oh, what's this? Looks like another distribution center. Hold on. Maybe we can make a little pit stop here and refill my blood bags. Oh, jeez. Okay, just ran right into that rock. Very cool. Ran right into that rock. Very cool. I do sleep pretty easily, but not like that. I gotta be like, you know, all bundled up, have my blanket, have my fan going, have my 2 pillows. I don't have an anime girl pillow. That was just a joke. Nothing. If you missed it, that's fine. I don't want to say it again because then you'll just clip it. Or you'll quote it. It doesn't feel as natural. I said he came very aggressively. That's what I said. And I meant to say he came out of there very aggressively. But I... No, fudge me. All right. Oh, you suck so hardcore. Oh, you suck. Oh, look at those temperatures. 39? 39 in retaliation for suggesting a phantom reset. That was mean. I'll never do it again. That was extra mean. Okay. Throw some EX grenades, he says. Okay, well, I mean, I'm busy, so I'm working. I'm working late. 'Cause I'm a streamer. Wait. I'm working early. 'Cause I'm a streamer. You look so good with your Nonder coffee mug. No, that doesn't work. There's gotta be something there. Okay, all right. Wieners from Heaven, my favorite jazz song used in movies to make you know you're in New York City is that the one that goes, New York, New York, wieners from Heaven? Sorry, just sending a quick dirty text. Hang on a second. I do not know what they were barking at. They're being weird. They're being so weird. All right. You know what? If that's what it takes to stop kids from smoking. Yeah, she looks so dumb. Stupid. Horrible. Not cool. D-U-M-B. Not cool. Not hot. Not definitely not that. All right. Okay. I don't like how close these guys are gonna get to me. We might be in a battle here. But hey, we got a sight of grace, so I'm not that worried. I'm not that worried. Oh, what the heck? I'm worried. Oh, look at you down there. Look at you, tough guy. All right, that's fine. And I can't ever get enough. More money, more problems, though, you know? That's what they say. I don't think those people have, you know, never not had money. Stop it. It's not appropriate. It's not appropriate. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the pre-work coffee hour on this beautiful February 3rd, 2026. Hi. We're here. Tuesday. The Phantom Menace today is Reaper. Hi, Reaper. Congratulations. How many times is that? 50 times. Holy cow. I have a problem. I can't stop sorting. I just I was doing it right before the pre-show. I was like sitting here just picking through, sorting stuff. I'm like, leave it for the stream, man. Anyway, Bebo this morning says Stretch Armstrong is suing. Great. That's what I need, is another litigation on top of everything else I have to go through. Like, I need to be sued again, you know? Just for the record, for my lawyers, they wanted me to say this. All of this is all alleged. Everything I say on this stream is all alleged. There, you're not allowed to sue me now. Reaper, congratulations again. Let's see. Thank you for clocking in as well. How you doing? And your boy Elf is here early too. Hi, Elf. How you doing? Holy cow. The OG Elf, your boy Elf. Well, early squad, now that you're here, I'll let you guys be the first ones to check this out. Since you guys were here early, you're here for your shift, you're ready to go, I'm going to reward you, okay? There's Banj. Banj is here too. Hi, Banj. Good morning. This is what I did. So in an effort to try to stop the camera hitching, which so far, look at that hair up there. Jeez. So far, it looks to be working. Oh, yes. Good afternoon to you as well. What about this? On the surface, you might be like, okay, it doesn't look that different, right? And you'd be right. However, watch this. Look at that autofocus. Look at how close I can get to it. Look at that. Look at that detail. Be able to see all the dirt underneath my fingernails. I've been like furiously scrubbing my hands every morning, which is good. It's good for me, right? To do my nail care so that I don't gross anybody out, you know? It's good for me. Damn, I have never felt so focused. Are you on Adderall too? If only it applied to my own life. So true. So true. So true. Anyway, yeah. So I'm using a, that looks like what coffee feels like. Oh, the focus? Nice. I thought you were going to want me to, I'll show you my coffee. I can do that now. Look at that beautiful black bean juice. Oh, it's like a black void of bean juice. Oh, that's actually mesmerizing. There we go. Cheers, guys. Probably just fogged up the lens. Anyway, I was sitting here thinking, like, I should really use my phone to do the sorting stuff. And it's like, but sometimes I like to check the weather. We have the little weather segment, you know, stuff like that. I want to be able to, like, have access to my phone if I need it. And then I remembered you actual stupid person. You have a phone like laying in there that you don't use anymore. Yeah, it doesn't keep a charge, but it's going to be plugged in the whole time. So I'm just using an old phone here, and it looks incredible, doesn't it? It looks better than any webcam. And now I'm sitting here thinking, should I just use this for my main cam? But you don't need to see any more detail here. So, and I realized that I just made this big declaration like a couple of days ago, like last week sometime, that I hate autofocus when it doesn't work. Now here I am, I'm autofocusing, but oh well. Oh well. Whoa, holy cow. Bebo. Banj, I didn't do that. That was completely his random. Yeah, it's right over here on his script. It's completely on his random thing. He just says, hi, Banj. That timing is so weird. He's becoming self-aware. We have a problem. I have black beans that I turned into juice in the kitchen. I'm using it to marinate some pork belly. Okay, At first, when you're just saying you had like, black beans that you turned into juice, I was really skeptical, but you bought it back around by using it for a marinade. That's very interesting. Ooh, for pork belly. Yeah, don't spook them. Be like, Bebo. It'll be like, oh, what? What is this? What is this? I gotta put it in my hand. Now I can show you stuff closer. What is that? That is a genuine Lego piece, right? I'm not entirely sure what that would be from. Huh. All right. Anyway, yeah, I can't stop sorting this. During the day, I'll just kind of like roll over here while I'm on a boring call and just like pick a couple pieces out, put them in a container. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice, like always having it here and not in the way. It's always here, but I never want to put it all away. And that's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Let's see. How do I get these off? There's like I need a pin. Bum, bum, bum. How are we doing today, guys? On Tuesday. We made it through Monday. Oh, I'm tired of this word. Everything at work still seems pretty normal for me. I should be here the rest of the week, so that's very nice. Okay, that is gonna go in there. Excellent. That was a good use of time. I am picking out very specific pieces this morning to sort through. Being very strategic about it because I don't have enough room to do much more than the containers you see. There's actually like 3 layers of containers back here you don't see. But in order to get those to show on the camera, you wouldn't be able to see my hands right here. So kind of doing a little bit of both. In fact, I should take the swatch off though, just so my wife doesn't text me and dox me or something. What if she sent me something dirty like while I was live? That would be horrible. I'd never want that to happen. You blended black beans, soy sauce, sugar, rice, wine vinegar, sesame oil, garlic, ginger, and chili. That sounds so good. I've never heard of using like bean juice to marinate chicken or something. Like that sounds like a great idea. We love the bean juice here, Clumsy, good morning. Thanks for clocking in. It's good to see you. Thanks for starting your morning here. That sounds really good. It's an experiment. You got to let me know how it goes because that sounds delightful. Now, I could have sworn I guess I put it away yesterday. I could have sworn I had a container for those, but I guess I put it away. Guys, remember when I did like a year or a week? When I did like a week of sort, probably been a year ago, and I was like, I can't keep doing sorting for more than a week. It's killing me. And now we've been at this for like 3 weeks now. I think this is week 3, right? That's pretty wild. I promise it'll all pay off. I started one for minifigure stuff. Here's some minifigure legs. Look at that. Probably, it looks like it's probably some Ninjago. There's probably some Ninjago in here that I'm not so familiar with. There we go. Ew, gross nails. Ew. Ew. Yet you marinate yourself in bean juice right in this moment. Oh, so true. So true. Sorry, that was probably really loud. I felt like I was gulping there for apparently you should have used red beans though for the color. I guess if you were, because you had like, I don't know what you're going for there. It seemed kind of like an Asian inspired blend until it got to the chili. I guess chili you could do, but like that sounds like an Asian inspired cocktail right there. I mean, that just sounds like even if you didn't blend up the beans, it just sounds like good beans. If you just put all that stuff in a pot and let it kind of simmer for like an hour in your house, oh, that would be so good. Oh, these beans. It's only a little chili. There's a lot of chili in Chinese food. Is there really? You know what? Probably more like chili flakes, right? Like that. Somebody was talking in the Discord about chili crisp. And I do agree that's pretty good. And I guess that's in some Asian inspired food. There was when I went to China. Well, then you're at the source. So, you know, who am I? Who am I to say otherwise? Just not typically, I guess, what I would if I was thinking about like Asian spices, but maybe I need to broaden my horizons, right? Morning, all. Bebo. Hi. Man, Bebo is somebody controlling Bebo this morning? You know, funny thing, for the longest time, I thought that Glenn, you guys know Glenn, Skella Glenn from Spooky Deer's channel. I thought for a while Glenn was getting really kind of like this, like getting like kind of scarily accurate and then saying some like really unhinged things. I kind of thought that Spooky had let Koro take over Glenn. For a little while, I had my suspicions and I didn't want to ruin anything. And then I brought it up one time and he was like, no, actually that's just him. And I was like, oh, wow. I thought that somebody had taken him over. It was too good. He was getting too sentient, you know? Hi, Lars. I think we in Europe use chili in a different way. Maybe. Yeah. They used full chili in a lot of Asian customers, cuisines, and a lot of Asian cuisines. Gotcha. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. I mean, I do know they got some spicy food, so I guess that's where they get the spice from, huh? Chili? It is, but also I'm a baby when it comes to spice. I like some good spice. There's this place, it's a fairly national chain called Dave's Hot Chicken, and they got that is the one place where the hot chicken will make me like sweat. Like my head, my skull, my dome will start sweating. I should start calling it my dome because I'm slowly losing all my hair anyway. You guys are getting to see it live right here with me. You're going to see my descent into old manhood. But yeah, like I will actually feel it in my head. Like, and anything else that I eat, anything else spicy, like it's not that spicy to really trigger that. But that Dave's Hot Chicken, that'll do it, man. That'll do it. And it's good too, you know? You love calling my head a dome? You should. Right off the dome. Tell your teacher next time they're like, how'd you know that answer? You'd be like, I don't know. It was right off my dome. You know? You know? You're not balding though. I am getting pretty thin up here. And this is like deeply receding. But I'm old. Like I'm old. I've made peace with it. It's fine. I just need to like, I want to get to the stage where my wife will let me shave it all off. And she's going to watch this later and she's going to be like, never, I'm never letting you. And I was like, but I don't want to hold on to it. You know, I don't want to hold on to it like I'm desperate or I'm unaware. That's my greatest fear, is that people will be like, he doesn't know. It's like, yes, he does. Yes, he does. It's been deeply receding for follow age 4 years and 11. That's kind of, yeah, it's true. Band, you have no idea, buddy. Yeah. Beard shaving? No, I don't know if I'll do that. She definitely would not let me do that. But two, I've learned my mistake on that one. That is a big mistake. You guys will have to give like 3,000 subs before we'll do that. And even then, I don't think she'll let me do that. Yeah, the beard is good, and trust me, you don't want to see what I look like without a beard. Baby. And there's nothing weirder than an old man looking like a baby, you know? Nothing weirder. I've been told that a lot, Lars. Like, that is a pretty common thing. Like, when I tell people at work how old I am, a lot of them are pretty shocked to hear it, you know? Sorting out by size, kind of. So I'm doing, right now I'm doing by, like, piece type. So, yeah, like, I have these one buys right here. I also have these sorted later on into more, like, the translucent ones might be sorted out. Then here's the 1x2 flats with no studs. Here's the cheese wedges. I'm just kind of doing it by like type right now. Later on, once I get the collection in a good spot, I might do it a little bit deeper than that. But yeah. Redeem 1 million channel points for a beard shave. I hate to say it, it's going to have to be actual money. But even then, I seriously doubt my... I think she'd let me shave my head before she'd let me shave the beard, you know? You've seen a 999,999,999 point redeem. It's impossible, you think? I guess it might be. There might not be enough watch hours on Twitch in general to get to that. Eventually, I guess there would be if the platform doesn't go under, you know? Eventually. It'd take decades, yeah. I don't think Twitch has probably been around long enough yet. Or win enough prediction polls. True, if somebody did, yeah, you can get it. The dude who does numbers for a senior position can't tell the difference between million and billion. Stop it. I've told you this before. I have had to pretend like the numbers at my job are not real. They're not real. They're not real numbers. They're made up numbers. It's not real. Because how would I not have an aneurysm dealing with that much money? I literally do have to do. There's some kind of weird wall I have up, and I'm really scared to ever let that wall fall because I'll probably have a panic attack. You know? And the fact that they let me manipulate that much money, like, they've lost their minds. What are they doing? Yeah, it's just Monopoly money, exactly. And I hate Monopoly, but just ask my wife. I hate it. You've seen it. You've gamed some gambas? Interesting. Oh, so you have seen people who have it, huh? There should be a way for you to flex your channel point amounts in a way that like people can confirm how many you have instead of you just taking their word for it, you know? I gotta say the number side of the stuff that I do, Lars, like is the part I hate the most, even though it is a big part of it. You're right. But, anything having to do with the finances, I really dislike doing. I'm like an operations guy. Like I'm an executor. Tell me what you want. I'll get it done. I'll figure out a way. But don't tell me to report on a KPI or something like that. I'll glaze over. Oh, my eyes will literally... I'll pass out. I'll pass out. The funny thing is I'm doing it right now, you know? Okay. You're just flexing it. Do you want a word to be banned? You can't think of a single word because I'm in a bad way today. Oh, no. You can I can give those back to you. You shouldn't have to spend 20K just to flex. Dang. Look at Lars flexing like it's nothing. Look at that. No, I never think that you would lie. I never think that you would lie about it. Just if I went into a channel and somebody's like, yeah, I have 999,999,999 channel points in Kai Cenat stream. You know, big eye show speed guy. I wouldn't believe him. You know? You keep getting ads for beekeeping suits? Wait, what? Wait, huh? For real? That's funny. I mean, I guess it could be worse. Are they trying to tell you that they have a new hobby for you to get into here? I can imagine the people who sell beekeeping suits have a very limited ad budget. It's like, let's target someone who's not, you know? I read that as beekeepings. I will allow Banj to say that. I read that as beekeepings to start, and I was like, what is this world coming to? What an ad, right? Maybe you need to rescue bees. Yeah, maybe you need to, like, maybe they're telling you to, like, donate to a save from, what is it, colony collapse? Bees are important, you know? They're important. They're important to the ecosystem. I hear. Pretender 007. Ooh, thank you for clocking in. Oh. Ursa also clocked in 6 minutes ago. Ursa, I'm so sorry I missed you. Ursa must still be waking up, though. Oh, look at that. Ursa's been active in the chat the whole time. I've just been ignoring her. I'm so sorry. Hi, Ursa. What are my hobbies besides Lego? I do still like gaming. I used to do games on this channel here not too long ago. So I'm still somewhat of a gamer myself. And I also enjoy video editing as well, which is slowly becoming less of a hobby and more of a side gig, which is really fun. Doing some editing for a YouTuber friend of mine who pays me for my time, which is very nice. Honestly, I don't know if I'd put as much effort into it if I wasn't getting paid for it, you know? But I don't know. That's pretty much, I mean, yeah, that's kind of it, you know? Yeah. Too scared to keep bees? I would be too. I wouldn't feel skilled enough to do that. I'm so sorry, Lars. It happens. I get too into what I'm talking about, you know? I barely wake. I kind of thought that too. I was like, oh, maybe. Oh, thank you, Lars. Look at you. You don't have to do free work for me. I mean, you did before too, but you definitely don't have to now. So thank you for that. I guess I'm a wife guy. I wouldn't say henpecked. That's a little derogatory, but you know, I do like my wife. So sorry, you know. You used to like assembling Lego, but then you stopped. That's fair enough. It's, you know, it is a hobby that I think a lot of kids get into, right? Obviously, that's how I got into it too. And it's completely fine to get out of it. Right now, we're doing like a lot of sorting. There will be building eventually whenever I can get through this. I got a lot to sort, but I just can't build correctly without having it at least in some sort of organized fashion, you know. We'll get there though. It's okay, Pretender. Thank you. I appreciate that. I know you were probably joking. I wasn't trying to go too hard on you, but an old man phrase. I haven't heard that in a while. It's the whole ball and gag thing. That is probably one of my favorite clips, I think, ever. Yes, yeah. They meant ball and chain, but so I was playing RuneScape, which I kind of miss. Don't read into that too much. Playing RuneScape, and we were talking about something about like how, you know, there like a lot of men, especially like, you know, maybe like Gen X guys, not to lump a whole generation together, but it just happens. They like hate their wives, right? They're like, the joke is always, I want to be away from my wife. I hate the old lady, you know, like just being derogatory about it. And I think probably most of them are doing it because they think it's funny. But I think most of them probably just don't like their wife. And so Lars had made the reference. Oh yeah, it's like the whole ball and gag thing. And they completely misspoke and meant to say ball and chain. And that was, so we caught it on a clip, and it was very funny. I was like, wait, do you mean ball and chain? And that was my thing too, a Freudian slip. It was funny. Sorry, Lars. It was very funny. Old man phrase in my early 20s. Are they coming back? Maybe some of our old idioms will be coming back from that time. Old school quarter. It's not fun being a part of a very specific genre of advertising as an exterminator. Being. I see what you did there. Actually, you know what? Nice. You deserve that one. Marissa, so good to see you. Yeah, what are your hobbies? Perfumes, motorcycles, and books. Perfumes. I know there's a big scent. There's a big scent culture out there. Is that what you'd call it? That's cool. Perfumes, motorcycles, and books. That's a nice eclectic mix. I like it. Couldn't find it. It's in there somewhere. I could probably find it if I sorted through like old RuneScape clips, but it was very funny. We could probably find it for Sip and See if we want. I got a couple of things on Sip and See that we can do this morning, but I'm liking chatting with you guys. So keep it coming. Are you sure you're not pretending? Like some chains, some gags. Yeah, exactly. I think we were like not shaming, you know. Yeah, I think I've seen some perfume like collecting and like there's some like perfume analysis of like what notes the perfume slash cologne, however you want to say it, hits. I've seen some of that. You have over 120 bottles now. Started in April of 2025. Holy cow. Do you mind telling me what's your most prized possession in perfumes? And it doesn't necessarily have to be the one that's the most expensive, but what's the one that you're like, this is the one. This is my magnum opus of my collection. I mean, yeah, I would say it's probably a pretty random thing to collect as well, but I don't, no hate. More power to you, you know? I mean, as a man who collects plastic, like, and it's also a very expensive hobby. Who am I? Oh, sorry. That's the Sip and See we're looking at today. Maybe I've been meaning to get to this AI Lego thing for like weeks, Lars. I put this in my queue for like several weeks now, and we haven't gotten to it yet. So I'm hoping to actually get to it today. Did you find it? Lars found it. Okay, hang on. We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna watch this. Okay, hold on 1 second. We'll do our own little Sip and See. Okay, hold on. Oh wow, look at this guy. Whoa, not full screen. Not full screen. Whoa, okay. 2 years ago. Is it only 2 years ago? Okay, let's watch it real quick. Here it is, 2 years ago. Wow. Wow. I hate the whole ball and gag stuff. What? What do you mean by that? I was confused. The ball and gag. Some people like that. I don't know. I don't know who. Some people. Watching my own clips. Oh, the heteronormative, haha, married couples have bad relationships. I got you. Okay. Do you mean ball and chain? It clicked. Do you mean ball and chain? The ball and chain. Okay. I mean, that's a Freudian slip. That was funny. Freudian slip. Just a little Freudian slip for this morning. That was great. Sorry, I was looking at my setup there and thinking, oh, that looks really good. I should do that again. But no. Don't do it. Who has 56 emails before 7 a.m.? This guy, Ghost. Thank you for clocking in. 57. I had 70 something yesterday. Wild. Of course, it was over the weekend, so I guess that's fine, but unacceptable. One more coming in on my birthday. Is it your birthday today? Oh, you got another one for your birthday. All right, so it's the Vanilla Planifolia 21 by, I'm going to butcher all of this. It's okay. By Grulaine. A private line stuff only available in France. Fancy. Dang. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think I have one cologne in my bathroom. And I like to use it when I'm feeling fancy, you know? Otherwise, like, you know, I like to have a nice body wash that smells kind of good. And generally, I don't know. No one has ever told me that I stink. I pray to God that people do. Because the last thing I want is to be, you'll see I have this thing about being like, being unaware of something that other people notice, like, freaks me out. So, like, the thought of, like, leaving a room and everyone being like, that guy really smells is terrifying. Like, smells bad is terrifying. So, like, I would rather know so that I can fix it, you know? I don't know what that is. I don't know where that came from, but you have one perfume you really love. It's discontinued. Mugler Alien in a red bottle. That sounds cool. I think some of the collecting too is about the bottle style too, right? Not necessarily just the perfume itself. Amen Ultimate. Wow. My favorite scent is Petrichor. I do also like Petrichor. I don't know if I'd want to put it on me, but I do like that smell. Night mode, no. Banjo, I'm so sorry. Rip your eyeballs. Do you want it again? Here, I'll hit you with it again. Sorry. That was mean. Alien is just so sweet in a way that isn't overpowering, but just mesmerizes me. Ooh, it has coffee, bergamot, and woods. The coffee is subtle. Okay. That's pretty cool. I love like people who are passionate about stuff. I feed off of that. I mean, look at me. I'm passionate about plastic pieces. So, like, I like when people have, like, hobbies like that, you know? Coffee really overpowers things so easily. Yeah. I have Angel Share Paradis, raspberry liqueur, and sweet. Ooh. I don't know, Lars. Your guess is as good as mine. Hi, Ams. Thanks for clocking in. I have some wonderful news. My video professor felt bad about how much my class was stressing me out and lowered the time limit from 5 minutes to 2.5. Are you making a video, Clumsy? That's great. Were you late again, Ames? No, you're good. You're still number one, though. Gourlaine Pour Homme used to be my fave when I would wear Eau de Toilettes. I can't do French. It's okay. I'm just going to have fun with it, you know? Ghost has 4 colognes on rotation. I need to up my cologne game. Oh, no, your internet's going out. You're still good. You're not late today. You feel the same? We'll tell one another at LutzCon. We're going to hug. And then I'll tell you, you smell good. or worse, I'll be like, you should really take care of that. See, like in the moment, yes, that would be traumatizing. But if it's just somebody that I know and respect, and they're telling me because they know that I'll crash out if that happens, I would, at the end of the day, I would appreciate it, you know? We'll have a sniff off, you know? See, Ghost, now you have to come. Vanilla Planifolia 21 is like $600 for 50 ml. They do last a long time, though, right? Because you only use like a little bit, but still, $600. Yikes. Anyway, guys, I want to buy that $999 Death Star slice. But $600 for perfume is too much. But anyway, about that Death Star slice. That's one of the more expensive ones. Okay. That is many. That is many amps. Coffee, mint, and grass are some of the few smells that I can still smell when I'm masking in public. Coffee, mint, and grass are some of the few. So you can. I'm trying to think of what you mean by that. You can actually like filter out most smells when you're masking, unless it's coffee, mint, and grass. Is that because you like those smells, so you're like okay with them? Not just stressing me out. The whole class was ripping their hair out. Wait. No way. What kind of video do you have to make? If only you knew somebody who was a video editor. I don't know. That would be cheating. We can't do that. Number 1, not poop today? Not poop today? Don't store perfumes in bathrooms. Humidity ruins the longevity. Even in like a glass bottle. I have mine in the bathroom. I have mine in the bathroom right now, like close to my shower. Oh man, I'm making a video. I'm not enjoying Premiere Pro. Use DaVinci Resolve. It's free unless the class is about Premiere Pro, which fair enough. Fair enough. I'd love to hear more about what your project is, though. If you wanna share. We hug, and instead of whispering "Hail Hydra," it's use deodorant. Can somebody Ghost, are you here? Can you make a meme of Steve Rogers leaning in, and instead of saying Hail Hydra, just the quote just says use deodorant. That would be great. Someone did flex on us and do a little stop motion animation. Every college student has to do a stop motion animation. No slice. I'm a little behind. I'm getting caught up. Your entire collection's worth like $20K. Wow. I don't even want to think about what my Lego collection's worth. Yeah, I'm truly broke. Did you let them know that stop motion has been a flex since 2003? Everybody's got to do a stop motion. I like how the person that spent $2,500 on Lego is all expensive Star Wars sets. Yes, I like that too. That picture you put in the Discord. You can smell them through your mask. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant when you're out masking. You know, like I do whenever I go to work. Where I shift from this into corporate nonder. Hello, KPIs and profits, and the world isn't on fire right now. I thought you meant like masking. Okay, masking with a surgical mask. Okay. All right. I'm with you now. Do not store in bathrooms and under sunlight. Even in the jar, in like the glass, huh? Lars also wearing Halloween masks. That would work at a lot of cons. You're so right. My motorcycles also cost a lot. I ride to go buy perfumes. That's cool. When you ride by somebody, they go, that guy smells good. I like it. Riding in style. The only parameters was the 5-minute limit and to change the original audio in some way. Everyone's freaking out about how open the prompt was. We wanted him to tell us what to do. I mean, that's the point though, right? That's pretty easy though. I mean, I could show you how to put a filter on something pretty cool. Well, I mean, I'm not as well known with Premiere Pro. But I did use it back in the day. It's just DaVinci's free. So I'm like, yeah. Now you're going to have such an appreciation for my craft, Even in the glass, no way. Okay, well, yeah, maybe I need to bring it into here. Aaron the Gamer, hello. Thank you for clocking in 90 times. Wow. Drive-by sniffs. I'm telling you. You drive by and somebody just goes, what was that? But you drove by so fast, they'll always just think of you as a blur in their memory, It'll work. I mean, there's nothing worse than somebody smelling real bad. But then also on the other side of that, overdoing it with the perfume or overdoing it is also can be bad. Especially if you're trying to like cover up BO with with cologne. Like, that's a bad mix. You got to have the whole hygiene, you know? Hey, look at this crab, guys. Hey, Lars, I don't know if you were here when I first said it, but look at the camera now. Look at what I can do. You can see all of the old man wrinkles in my hand, but also look at this crab. Look at this cool crab. Isn't that cool? I'm gonna put that in with the minifigure stuff. I have a whole thing for minifigures. Yeah, so I'm using a phone now for this camera. And so far, Ursa, tell me too if you see it. I haven't seen a hitch. I haven't seen a hitching, so I'm thinking it was the other camera that actually was overloading the system and causing the face cam to hitch. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Because that's the only thing that is a little bit different than last time, is that particular camera. I didn't use that often, so my hands just need moisturizing, probably. Yeah, probably. A can of Axe a day keeps the ladies at bay. When I tell you in college, how many of I almost said coworkers, how many of my, what would you call somebody at college that isn't necessarily like a friend? There's a word for it, and I'm missing it. How many of the people I went to college with literally did that as unironically? And this was like 2006, 2007, so that should tell you everything you need to know. And yeah, you'd be like, I don't have time for a shower, and just stink up the entire dorm instead of just going and taking even a 2-minute shower. Just literally rinse yourself off with water. You know, it would have been better, but no. Myself. You have the same issue with my bio degree. My final grade this year is dependent on me deciding to do an experiment and doing it and writing it up. And there's basically no prompts to direct me. Yeah, I would have problems with that too. I need direction. I need to be told what to do. I love being told what to do. Like, just tell me what to do, point me in the direction, and let me go. This is why I wouldn't be a good director. I'm good at being directed. I'm not good at being a director. And I don't want to be, you know? I think I haven't made enough mucus to supply a family of 20 for, ew, that's gross. But same, you know? Same. My mucus supplier. Expect the soggy box to arrive this is gross. This is disgusting. Might be if there was any instruction and I had access to a lab and materials. True. That would be nice. A Click 150i, max 117 kilometers per hour. Is that the motorcycle? Is that one of the ones you have? Please tell me its Premiere and After Effects. Tell me its Premiere and After Effects. Some oddly obscure Adobe program from 5 years ago. Yeah, and not that weird DaVinci Resolve. Am I right? A ZX6R, max speed of 250 kilometers. That's fast. Be careful. Threes. I swear when I'm not on camera with you guys, I do more sorting than I do on camera. Which is fine, don't get me wrong. This is great fun for me. I'm having a good time. I really have started to get the itch to build something though. So I'm trying my best to, like, hopefully we're not going to spend like 6 months sorting a Lego collection, but you know, also it takes as long as it takes, you know? You don't have your own mini microscope? Only me? I love microscopes though. A Street Fighter V4S, 310 kilometers per hour. Are you listing off ones you have or just ones that are cool? You do, but it's not great magnification or resolution. Aw. Poor Mark. Oh, come on. Oh, I see what you're saying. Hey. Hey, stop it. Hey. I'm getting all defensive for Mark, who I've never met. I know a guy with some nasty sweet mates made the bathroom sink top a landfill, had a TV with a hole punched in it in the middle of the bathroom at your college. Why in the world do you have a TV with a hole punched in it in the bathroom? What is happening? I will tell you that dorm that I was in was the weirdest place I've ever. A bunch of repressed kids who were away from home for the first time. It got weird. I have stories that I can't say on Twitch from that dorm. Not even that's not like my stories, like stories I've witnessed from other people. I'm just like, what is happening? Where did we go wrong? Yeah. I recently told one to Spooky just because like I trust him, but and again, it wasn't anything that like I did, but it's stuff I witnessed that I like literally cannot say. I cannot say. And this was a Christian college too. Even if the prompt was, here's what we want to find out, I could start there, but there's literally infinite options. I cannot do anything. I guess that's kind of part of the exercise though, right? Is like trying to help you think critically about like, being self-directed, I would also have a problem with it too though. So I'm no judgment. You have one in every range. Wow. I don't agree with AI, but could ChatGPT some problems to investigate? Like, here's what I have access to. What questions should I investigate to give you ideas? Potentially, at least to get you started. White, black, and red, respectively. That's cool. Blue or green next. I like blue. Just in general. It broke and they didn't know where to put it. They allegedly punched the TV after it broke. Allegedly. Why are they punching televisions? And are you safe? Why are there people in your school punching televisions? What? Stories you'll take to your grave or stories you will take to the Discord server? I'd probably tell some of them at some point. I mean, it was just basically like unhinged, like just feral children who were supposed to be adults, Yeah. People, yeah, that's all I'm going to say right now. Maybe I would probably tell them in a more enclosed environment. Sure. It's nothing that would get anybody in any like legal trouble or anything. I don't think. It definitely wouldn't get me in trouble. I was a goody two shoes. I didn't do none of that. I didn't do. I just hung out. I hung out with my girlfriend. That was it. That was all I did. Give me gross stories to make me feel better. I could tell you some of them. I could tell you the one that I told Spooky recently, but not in mixed company. Come to LootsCon and I'll have a whole session there. It'll be fun. I'm fine. Very much concerned for the guy who has to room with them. Yeah. That just sounds, I don't know. I mean, if it was all just kind of like, oh yeah, it was just haha funny. It happened. But I don't know. Could be one of those things people look back at and they say, why did none of us see the warning signs? But you're going to encounter people like that all over the place, Even if I was a proper real scientist, I would have received direction of some sort before performing an experiment. True. Do you want to do some kind of experiment with the plastic that Lego is made out of or something? Is there something I can help you with there? Or the tensile strength of brown Lego pieces versus not brown Lego pieces? How's that sound? Would that work? Saw someone online say the college is a place where people unleash their monsters onto the public. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Somebody said a lot of the pregnancies happen at girl Christian schools. I don't know if I knew anybody in our school who got pregnant while they're in school. The problem is if you did that, they would just secretly hide you away and then kick you out of school. So like you probably wouldn't find out, and then no one would be allowed to talk about it because it would ruin the image of the school. They were so self-obsessed about their image. Meanwhile, the pastor who ran this college was actually, and I'm not even meaning this in like a woke way, he was Islamophobic, like fully. And deeply conservative and a Trump supporter before he died of natural causes, I assume. Suspiciously a few by comparison at the all boys schools. Suspiciously a few, but there were some. It wasn't a zero number. You know. Did we ever fully learn what the smart brick was? I think we did. I think the only confusion was that, like, I don't know, it's not as flexible of a platform as I thought it would be. Out of the box. I'm sure some people will figure out how to like use it deeper than that, but we can like revisit as new things resurface though. Or if you guys find somebody doing something interesting once they release, if we find anybody doing something interesting with them, I would love to learn more. But I think as it comes out of the box, I guess I get it. It's just kind of like, you know. But if you find anything new about it that I don't know, let me know. That would be either physics or chemistry, not biology. Okay, that's right. Well, okay. Well, what are the effects if I eat a brown Lego piece versus eating a not brown Lego piece? Yes, let us investigate that. Do you want me to start now? Look, I found the little cord for it. Would you like me to start now? I need a brown piece. Here we go. It's chewy. Jeez. Hey, if you want to eat Lego, I will not stop you. But just know I didn't ask you to do that. Eats a brown piece. That wasn't Lego. I found some weird stuff in this collection. This collection was from a friend. So, a friend's kid. Yes, I stole a kid's Lego collection. I'm so evil. So I have found some stuff in here that I'm like, I don't know what that is. I'm going to go ahead and throw that away real quick. Ooh, it goes down hard, though. There's Lego washing up on the shore in some areas of Britain to this day. The biological effects of the 1997 Great Lego Spill. Wait, really? Is there really? That's fascinating. I didn't actually eat it. No, sorry. Don't eat Lego, guys. It's a joke. It's a joke. You'll choke and die. Please don't do that. If you can help it. I just walked down the street. Hey, kid, give me your Lego. Well, it was a coworker who always said, like, I would always talk about my Lego collection, and she would talk about her kid's Lego collection, too. And she's like, you know what? If he ever grows out of it, I'm going to have him give it to you. And I didn't think she was serious. Also, I was like, who would grow out of Lego? What does that mean? You know? And then sure enough, out of the blue, this person reached out to me. I hadn't talked to her in years. I was like, he's ready to give up his Lego collection. And I offered to pay. I was like, I feel like I should pay you something for this. And she says, nope. This is what we agreed on years ago. I double checked with him. Like we met actually at where we used to work. And I was like, man, are you really okay? He's like, yeah, I don't mess with him anymore. I was like, all right. But yeah. I did offer money. The problem with that investigation is how do I prove that any effects are down to the Lego? Well, isn't that the experiment though, right? You would prove that with the scientific method. All right, let's have a scientific method. I'm just kidding. Let's teach Banj about how to be a scientist. Jeez, man. I got to do everything, don't I? There's no way to have a clear control. You're probably right. You know what? I thought about it. You're right. It's impossible. But this is good. This is good. This is getting you thinking about like, okay, well, what if I did that? What would I need? And then you follow that pathway until you're like, okay, yeah, that wouldn't work. So let's try something else, you know? Biology. What could you do? Could you do something around? Could you do me a big favor? Could you do me a solid, Banch? Could you please do something around how the biological mechanism of why asparagus makes your pee smell? And what does it mean about just someone anyone, not anyone in particular, but someone who like smells that and gets a sense of like achievement from it? You know, it's not weird. It's not a weird thing, but like, you're like, hey, I ate this thing that is really good for me. It has a lot of good vitamins and minerals. And then like the effect of that is like, you know, it's cool. I can tell you about asparagus pee if you like, but I cannot tell you about a sense of achievement. That's the biological aspect of that I need to know. That's all it is, guys. It makes me feel like, hey, I ate a vegetable and I have proof that I ate that vegetable. And it's like, it feels like it's like flushing out. Can you confirm for me, does it like flush out toxins? Whatever that means. I know that's a wide term, but like, prove to me that I should feel a sense of accomplishment through a biological mechanism of asparagus. It does not flush out toxins. Damn it. Well, then I mean, maybe there's just enough science about this already. I think it's a great experiment. One that I would love to read the paper of live on stream. Honestly, like I would love that. If it wouldn't dox you too much, we'll have to edit it for you. That would be so much fun. I've never read like a scientific experiment or paper to my chagrin. Probably should. It's probably something I should do, don't you think? Pee is removal of toxins in general, though. Okay. Do you get that with the beet pink? I've never had that. Should I eat some beets? I don't know. There's just something about the sense of like, I did something good for my body. I don't know. That's it. That's all there is to it. But I got to get off this now before we get stun locked into it again. Is that a sword bear? That's a sword bear. I got something you can eat, bub. It's leftover blueberry cream cheese and honey scone. Ooh. Deal. Pack it up for me for LutzCon. Save it for me. Put it in the freezer. I believe Sword Bear would actually do that. And then he'd show up with it. I'd be like, what? Wait, what? Remember 6 months ago? You need to eat quite a bit of beets, but yeah, they turn your pee pink. That would probably worry me. If I saw any type of like coloration of pink in my pee, I would probably go to a doctor until I knew that it was just the beets. You know? Beets are supposed to be good for your blood pressure. How about that, Banj? Beets being good for your blood pressure. What's the mechanism that beets, and do they? Or is this a myth? There's a lot of stuff like that I've always wanted to know, like, is this really supported by evidence, or is this just like the latest health trend that like all the influencers are talking about, and then in 6 months they'll be on to something else, you know? Kind of like when every single influencer I knew and followed was like, keto is the best diet ever, and then like now they're all like, it's fine. Like you could still do it, but like, you know, I'm not doing it, but you guys could still do it if you want. It's like they went from being like really religious about it, of like, you have to do this, to being like, who cares? Which I guess that doesn't sell when you're trying to convince people, you know, being like, do it if you want, I guess. That doesn't do nothing. Man, I'm really like not finding any of the pieces that I have for this entire thing splayed out in front of me. I'm not finding like any of the pieces I expected to find. Ah, I found one. But also on the toxins, your liver and kidneys literally are meant to do that. You're right. Yeah. Yeah. Show up with an old freezer burnt scone. Exactly. That'd be, don't even wrap it in anything. Just have it be like open and frozen. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. You're so true. So true. I found 68 scientific papers containing asparagus and urine. Should we read one? Not right now, but eventually. We probably need more of the psychological effects of asparagus in your urine. And if I need to be a test subject for that, I will. Just to prove that it's not weird, I swear. It's not, I'm not being weird about it. It's scientific. I need a scientist. Keto is the best diet, just restrictive as and gets boring fast. So true. I mean, definitely lose weight. That's true. That's true. I wonder if that's why a lot of those guys shifted off of that content, because after a while people are like, okay, yeah, we get it. We know. Like, you got anything new for me? Because I stopped doing that and I gained all my weight back. So now what do I try? It's Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Okay. Yeah. She's right, it is. It's almost like specialized diets are unsustainable for most people, and the best approach is just portion control and making general smarter choices on average. Sword Bear, stop your logic. Is that, I've always wanted to ask you, not to put you on the spot, is that what you're doing? Are you just like portion controlling and making better choices with your life? Because it seems to be working, buddy. You know? Oh, dang, did it really, Lars? Excuse me. Triggered a rare genetic disorder in a friend of mine. Wow, that's interesting. In the British Medical Journal, there was a call in 2017 for someone to make a paper called Sniffing Out Significant P-Values. Perception v. Production of Asparagus Odor in Urine needs to be determined in a controlled study. I volunteer as tribute. Question for computer people, is it bad to have a humidifier in the same room as your computer? Obviously, I don't want to put it right next to the computer, but I want to have it in the same room unless it's a bad idea. The static that you would have without one is probably worse. I know from experience, it's very dry in here. I think it would probably be okay. Right, guys? As long as it's at a normal, the humidifier is at like a normal level and you're not like making a swamp, I guess. But it should be able to take a little bit. It should be able to take a little bit of humidity, but I don't know for sure. So I'm portion controlling and making better choices. Also taking GLP-1 to assist with that process. To be fair, that's fair enough. Completely fair enough. I'm glad that you're doing something like that. Yeah, that stuff is a real help for things like that. So I'm glad to hear that. And you know, it can take some guts to admit that, like, hey, I need some assistance. But we've all been there. I'm on metformin, heck. I mean, that doesn't help so much with the weight, but it has kept my diabetes at bay. And that has helped me then be a little more motivated to take care of everything else, you know? Yeah. Good for you, buddy. I'm happy for you. Problem with portion control method are people are idiots and think portion controlling is a 4K calorie meal at Outback is dieting. Yeah, that was always my problem with that is like I have probably mental blocks around like if I get a pizza, I've used this analogy for a long time. If I'm like, it's pizza night, I've been good all week, I've been working out, I've been hitting my calorie goals, I'm going to treat myself with pizza. I'm not going to go overboard. I'm going to just have 2 pieces, 2 slices. I'm going to count the calories and I'm going to be satisfied. But I'm not. My secret is I'm always hungry for pizza. I would rather not have pizza at all if I have to control my portions. Specifically, like on specific foods, like it's just I hate it. I hate the feeling. I would rather go without than on certain things restrict like that. I don't know. Like I can't have like chips in my house, like Cool Ranch Doritos. Get out of here. But if I'm on some type of diet, that helps me restrict and just say no to certain things, I actually ends up working better for me, because instead of just having a little of something, I'm much better off just being like, yeah, I just don't really eat that. Not right now, not at this phase of my life, not forever. You know, I'll still allow myself occasionally, but it's just better for me if I don't, you know? But that could be a mental thing for sure. A slice of Costco pizza is 1,000 calories. Yeah, that too. Yeah. I mean, pizza is already a very calorie dense. And my problem was always, if I'm going to have pizza, I'm going to gorge myself, because it's so good. It's my favorite food. And so sometimes you need to remove the things in your life that are like that triggering for you until you can figure out, you know, a sustainable way of approaching that. Pizza is very calorie dense. I don't know about the Costco one in particular, but it is. There's a lot going on there. I'd say you want a clearance of about 10 feet. Make sure the humidifier isn't always on is only on when you're using the room. That's a good, yeah. Put a humidifier and a dehumidifier in there and watch them duke it out. Then fill them with wax and watch everything get all shiny. Okay. Compulsory reminder, any oil-based scent products can be and often are harmful to Lego. Attracts like the oil-based aerosols dissolve and deform oil-based plastics. Really? Any oil-based scent. That's interesting. For sure. I found it works best with diligent calorie counting, but that can reinforce the opposite type of eating disorder. Exactly. For some people where they get turbo obsessive. And then I end up breaking that because I'm just like, I don't care anymore. And the ADHD doesn't help either, you know? I need to see a therapist to talk about why I binge eat. Same. See, being more restrictive has helped me with the binge a little bit. My biggest thing is like when I'm left alone. When I'm left alone in my home, I'm immediately like, what can I go snack on? So being on a diet that's like, I can go snack on something if I want, but like I need to make sure I'm prioritizing protein, fiber, like all that good stuff. So that now I can go snack on something, but I'm not going to go snack on the Doritos, you know. And by snack, I mean devour, literally. Yeah. Stress and being a designer. Yeah. I've always liked eating. Me too. Big fan. It is my, you know, a lot of people are like alcoholics. A lot of people smoke, addicted to other substances, no judgment. For me, it was food. Like I often wondered, like when growing up, like how did I even get through my life with undiagnosed ADHD? And the answer is I didn't really. I didn't do well in college. I didn't do well in school. I've basically like raw dogged this whole life without realizing it. And probably would be much further off if I had known. But anyway, I think the way that I coped was food. It was food. And I guess it could be worse. It could be drugs. It could be, I never got into, everyone's really surprised when they learn I have ADHD and they're like, oh, so like you never like smoked or vaped or took a nicotine gum or anything like that. I'm like, no. There was a time I was tempted. Like when I kind of knew I had ADHD and I wasn't sure if I was going to get medicated, I was like, maybe I should just start taking nicotine. But I talked myself out of it, you know. You found a scientific paper to upload on Discord? Thank you. I would love, that would be fun. It'd be fun to read a scientific paper. Would you guys want to read a scientific paper with me live on stream? Google says between 620 to 760. That's pretty close. Yeah, 760. And that's the problem is like I'd eat one and be like, that was nice, but that was one piece of pizza. So I need another, you know. It's a real problem for me. So I don't know. I think for me, like right now I'm avoiding a lot of the sugar. I'm trying to get a lot of protein in. I'm just not eating as much anymore. Like I'm cutting back on snacking a lot. About the only thing I snack on now is these dry roasted edamame. Oh, hang on. I gotta show these to you. These right here. These dry roasted edamame, and I have another one coming in a day that's dill pickle edamame. These are like crazy high in protein and fiber. They have 14 grams of protein in a third of a cup and 6 grams of fiber. I'm very regular. But this is basically like what I snack on now. I try not to snack outside of that like at all, and only during like certain times of the day. Like to get through the afternoon. Some of my food stuff stems from sleepovers at grandma's where we'd have midnight tea, and she'd make a pot of tea, cook me a bagel with cream cheese, serve up a bowl of chicken soup, ham, cheese, roll-ups, all while we watch TV at midnight? Okay, I mean, I could see why that would be like, to a degree, would be relatively unhealthy, but like, also what a great memory. That's what's wild, is like it's all connected to like really good memories for us growing up. True Kelt, hello, thanks for clocking in, and Coleman, hi guys. Cherry bomb. It does sound wholesome, yeah. Essential oils like plastic oil, interesting. Wait, essential oils are just plastic? Is that what you're telling me? Essential oils are like microplastic in the air, like we're just sniffing in plastics? Or am I characterizing what you said? Or this is just bad for plastics? You must be a regular to do this. Are you not in the Discord, Bench? Excuse me. Are you not in the Discord? ADHD is basically an innately addictive personality. Food is my vice too. That and Magic the Gathering cards. For me, it was Lego. But yeah. So I guess I'm glad, Sorty, that I didn't get caught up in like, you know, smoking, vaping, other illicit drugs. Now I just take legal ones. Yeah. Ursa says, oh. I dry roast your edamame. Yeah, these ones have sea salt in them. They're not horribly. Let me see how much it is. It is 140 milligrams of sodium, which is about 6%. These ones are specifically sea salt. Other ones, I have some other flavored ones that don't have quite as much salt, but it's about 6%. So it's not the worst, but I do have to like get the actual measuring cup out for that though, because I think I would just snack on them all day. Can I find the server? I was sure it was in there. Discord's overwhelming in general. I get that for sure. I'll get you a link here. Hang on just a second. Invite to server. I think we're friends, right? I'll probably have to find you. You're in Lutz's, right? Holy cow. Holy cow, we got a raid? A raid? Bobbinsboro. Hello, Bobbinsboro. What a name. Thank you so much for the raid. How's it going, guys? What did we get into today? Let me get caught up here on chat and I'll say hello to everybody. And I'll get you that Banj. Great hack. I found to satisfy the dessert/sweets craving by a bag of clementines, peel them all and separate them into little slices and then freeze them. Throw all the slices in a food processor and blender, refreeze. You have a bootleg sorbet. I love sorbet. Tasty and literally just fruit. Teensy bit of chocolate syrup if you want to spice it up. That sounds really good too. Yeah, it's not too bad as long as you don't overdo it, right, Ursa? Hello, Pastel Pink Garden. Good morning. You guys were doing Lego as well. Tell me more. Tell me what you're getting into. Here around the Nonder channel, we're doing a little bit of Lego sorting. I have a rather large lifelong collection that needs to be in better order in order to start building my own stuff. So that's what I'm doing here. We're just kind of chatting it up while I very, very slowly sort through this collection, one bin at a time, one little bin at a time. Yeah. So thank you for being here. I'd love to hear what you guys were doing though. Frozen grapes. There is a at I think it exists at like Walmart too, but I saw at Target. There are these frozen fruit that are covered in sour, and there's basically like they taste like candy, but they're just fruit. So they're like pretty low in sugar as far as that goes. They're in the frozen section. What were they called? But they had like frozen grapes. That frozen pineapple was my favorite. It was really good. I am really behind on chat. I'm scrolling through right now. Thanks, Ursa. Thank you, Ursa. We're building Rivendell. Got to bag 34 out of 49. Yeah, Ursa has that set too. That's so cool. A lot of good detail in that one. Yeah, that's really cool. But yeah, frozen grapes and stuff like that. The frozen pineapple with some low sugar candy coating with some sour on top of it. So good. You're talking about a jerky stick you snack on. What's the name of the brand? I got the Kirkland ones and they're pretty tasty. 1 second. Here, I'll tell you. Just because there's another brand that sounds exactly the same. So let me double check it here real quick. We get them at a place called Tom Thumb, which is I think it's the same as like Albertsons. I wonder if I should go to Albertsons. Anyway, Tom Thumb's a little expensive, but they happen to be, I got some last night. They're actually on sale. They're normally $13 a pop, but now they're, okay, hold on. I'm trying not to dox my account here. Where is it? Oh, it's in here. Okay. Okay, it's by Old Wisconsin. Hang on, this is what they look like. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. This is what they look like. These ones are hot and spicy. They have ones that are not hot and spicy. They're just plain, and they're both good. But yeah, they got like pretty, very low sugar, 5 grams. Oh, no sugar, 5 grams of protein. Yeah. The hot and spicy are good. They have a little different texture. They're a little bit like, they're just a different texture than the regular ones, but the regular ones look just like that, just without hot and spicy on it. So they're on sale from $13 to $10. So I grabbed like 3 last night. Like, yo, there we go. You know, the roof tiles on Riverdale are crazy. It was satisfying though, making sure they're lined up correctly. That would be the hardest part for me too. Did you use the brick separator method? Very satisfying. I agree. Kind of how I felt about doing that pixel art of like Darth Vader. It's like, it was very tedious, but like once it started coming together, it was so satisfying. It was really great. I think I might hear the boy up. It's not quite time yet. We're almost there. Let's see. I think I missed some stuff. Let's see. There's sword bears. Oh yeah. Okay. So we still need to get you a link to the Discord. I'm going to write it in my little black book. Banj. I'll write so I can do it off stream. I will take care of that. Thank you. Wait, Banj is in the Discord? Wait, Banj, you're already in there. What are you talking about, Banj? I didn't even look yet. Good morning, Mrs. Nonder. There's my wife, guys. Big wife guy, you know? Hello. I am. I just couldn't find it. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Cool. Well, then I'll mark you off my list. I'm done. Look at that. Look at me accomplishing things today. You already posted the paper. Excellent. I'll take a look. If it looks interesting, we might check it out on stream sometime. I have the best intentions to do like sip and see stuff, and then we get caught up in conversation, which I don't mind because then that gives me more stuff to do later, you know? I don't mind that at all. The fact that we can just kind of carry this whole thing by having conversations is so nice for me. Because I do sometimes stress out about like, what am I going to talk about today? What am I going to talk about today? What do I do? What do I do? And some of the best streams have been the ones where like, you know, we just kind of let it go, you know? Let it go. Let it go. All right, Ursa, I need a report. Have you seen any camera hitches today on my face cam? I haven't noticed any, but I'm not looking at it 24/7, so I'm not staring into my own eyes all morning. I don't know. Honestly, I'm too out of it to notice. Or, well, I mean, maybe that's a good thing though. If you don't notice, that's a good. That means it's not happening often, then, right? I just dropped a piece. Oh well. oh! I think, guys, we have either an M&M or a Skittle in here, which is gonna be very old. If so, hang on. I'm gonna get something so I don't have to touch it. These I got for Christmas. These are little snack chopsticks for when you're gaming. You can like hold a controller, right? And then you can come over here and like pick up a little treat and then get right back to gaming and not get Cheeto dust on your hand. You know? So yeah, there's some stuff in here that I don't know. We were supposed to be paying attention to the camera only if you notice it hitch. I think I fixed it is the thing. All right, what are you? Of course, I probably touched this a million times. Holy smokes. Skittle or M&M? Oh, shoot. I thought I could set it. Oh, wait, hang on. There is printing right there. Is that an S or an M? Who knew this camera would come in so handy even on day one? What are your votes here? Oh, I don't like that black. I don't like the black right there. I don't like that. All right, so this is going to MRSA? I guess it might be a Skittle. Because it has like, you think it's an M? I'm torn. I can't really tell. Bite it? Only one way to find out. Is there a green one in the corner? A green M&M? Science Banj, we have your science experiment. What are the biological implications of eating probably a 10-year-old M&M and or Skittle? Okay, so we're putting this in the bucket to go to MRSA. So hold on. I got some other ones here too. There you go. There we go. Why are you eating 10-year-old? 10-year-old? No. 10-year-old Skittles. M&M and or Skittle. Did somebody say and? Just throw it away, I swear to God. Okay, listen. I won't intentionally send that to you. There might be some weird stuff in with those Mega Bloks, but I'm not intentionally sending you anything that might be a biohazard. Okay? Deal? It's near the white pieces. Okay, hang on. Have I taken my meds today? Not yet, no. I don't take it till a little bit later. It's beige. Okay, hold on. I think it's a disc. Some kind of disc. Is it inside here or is it on the... Is it on here? Is it this thing? Is this what you're talking about? Green one in the corner. Oh, this? That right here? Yeah, it's a little... Oh, shoot, I lost it. The Mountain Drew colored piece, this one? Don't listen to her. You can send it all to me. What am I supposed to do here? I have his permission, Ursa. What am I supposed to do here? You got me in a rock and a hard place. I'll be serious. If you don't want me to send you a biohazard, I'm gonna need you guys to sign a disclaimer that you're not gonna sue me. Gosh, the black on one of those sides is really. Anyway, oh, here's a candy wrapper. Probably from some Halloween candy. You can have that too. There you go. You can have this one too. There you go. It was a disc. Well done, Lars. Good eyes. Good eyes. There's a lime green brick with a pattern on the lower right. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, this one? Like this one and this one? Those are like some kind of Technic, looks like probably some race car pieces or something with really good sticker work. You know? Yeah. We find such cool stuff in here. Look at these sick flames. Look at that. I want to put those on my car. That's cool. Pretty cool. All right. I need to do a little bit more. It's almost time to go already. I can't believe it. All right. So, I don't think I have anything else as far as this week goes. Everything should be pretty normal, which I'm very excited about. And I was about to say today looked like I was not going to have many meetings today. And then they put a freaking meeting. I'm actually doing interviews. I'm doing interviews for my boss, my boss's boss, for some of the people that she's hiring. Because she trusts me or something. Like, weird. Weird. She'll learn. She'll learn. Coro Unhinged, hi. Oh no, you're late. You're late. That makes sense though. I mean, we are about to end, so. Hi, Coro. How you doing? My head is full of mucus, so no raid message for me. Ew. Well, that could be the raid message. This one. I'm going to have a trouble like sorting through all the slopes that I have because there's a lot of variation when it comes to that. And I'm just kind of throwing them all in the same bucket. So I'll probably be doing we'll be doing sub sorting at some point as well. Okay. Man, this is really slow going today, but that's okay. Now you're number 2 again. You just got bumped down. Wow. Wow. Dang it. All right. Well, I think I've gotten all the obvious stuff out of here. There's going to be a lot of smaller ones that I haven't really gotten to yet. A lot of pieces that I'm not sure what to do with yet. I mean, I got fences. I do have a bucket for like fences and walls and windows and doors and stuff like that. So there's some, and I have a whole thing for tires, so I can start picking out these tires here pretty soon and putting those somewhere. I might do that during work today. Persephone, hi, thanks for clocking in. The kids missed the bus, didn't they? One of those days. It's just one of those days. Everybody's getting a head full of mucus today. All right, we got Technic. I got a whole thing full of Technic. So yeah, there's some options here. The real issue and the problem that I have is like, I only have, there's so many different types of pieces to sort and so many different containers I have in here. It's hard to know like what to focus on first. But I'll get the tires and stuff out and maybe start doing some Technic stuff. Cause that's a big part of like what I've been avoiding here. Lots of like rods and, you know, these guys right here, axles, other Technic words. There's a Technic T. Technical T. He plays with me. I'll make you number 1 for 20 minutes, Ams. Then, yeah. I'd actually your rod, but sorry. Thank you for apologizing right away. You should. We're used to it, Coro. We're used to it. It's early. Okay, well, I guess it's gonna do it. There it is, 7:30. 7:30, almost on the dot. I gotta get to work, guys. And you guys have got to get over to Loots Magoots. And probably to work too. How many of you have got to go to work after this? This is the pre-work coffee hour, so you better go to Lurt. He's late again. Loots Magoots. Hi, Loots. You're going to be even later today? Okay. I can just dump you guys. I'm trying to study. It's not going well. So Banj needs to study. So maybe we just need to sign off here. Thanks for clocking in, Loots. Hope everything's going well. Lars is going to go back to bed. Okay, yeah, maybe we just dump it here. We just dump it here. If you guys want to jump on when Loots Magoots comes on, I think you should. Ursa wants to go back to bed. Ursa doesn't even have a raid message for us. So, like, what would we say? We'd say non-raid, I guess. I'm not going to think of one. I don't have the brain power for that. Can you go back to bed, Ursa, or do you have to work today? I hope you can go back to bed. I'm still sorting. I just saw a piece. I'm like, ooh, I want that piece. And then, okay, leave it alone. You have to work? Boo. 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 Okay. Well, yeah. So we'll just call it here then, guys. How about that? I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful Tuesday. I'll see you here tomorrow. Yeah, same time, same place, same non, all of that. It's going to be pushing poop around in a document till it's decent enough to send. Nice. Non found a 10-year-old Skittle and won't eat it. Nonsters rating. Oh, man. Save that. Save that. That's such a good one. That's such a good one, though, Ams. I'm so proud of you. Hold on. I don't know if I'd want to raid to anyone else with that, though. They wouldn't understand. Only Loots Magoots would understand us, you know. I got to get some laundry going. Otherwise, I won't have any clothes by tomorrow. I'll have to be in naked stream. Nobody wants that. Nobody. I know you don't have to do free work for me now. You did before, but you don't have to now. But I know, honestly, Ams, that is a really good raid message. Yeah, that's a really good raid message. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's listen to the sweet tunes of one of my favorite childhood bands, Relient K, as they play us out into this Tuesday. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place, same non. Bye. Redemption. Life away. Okay, I'm leaving. Okay, bye. I'll let it play for you. I'll be your DJ. Time to get out. This should just be my playoff song. Got to get out of here, right? I need some headphones. I need some big DJ headphones. Did he really sing it on karaoke? Not fair. Ah, so good. It's so good. Look, Bebo's DJing over here. Yeah. I love this song. It brings back so many memories. I kind of teased it a day ago. Yeah. I don't know how to leave now. Do I just let the whole thing play? Nobody on the VOD will understand this entire section of the stream because they won't hear anything. To my own humanity. Here, I'll give this to Ams too. Hang on. Oh, I love this part. I've been dying to get out. Here's the weather too. I promise I'm going. Yeah. Guys, I do have to go now. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you tomorrow. I've already done the sign off, so I can't do it again, right? I'm going to let this play out, okay? All right. Oh, how we regret those things we do.